Alrighty then, guys. I don't know why I'm so hyped in this one, but I'm kind of really hyped up about this.
It's because we're cold and we want to get it done.
Yeah, but it's also because we're talking about our favorite baits.
Indeed.
Not necessarily like our top 5 confidence baits. We've already done a video on that, which you can watch that up here above Trey's head.
But our top 5 baits that we never leave home without.
Yeah, we just don't leave without them, dude.
Yep.
All right. So I guess I'll just start.
Alrighty.
Okay. I'm gonna save my absolute favorite one for last. Just the one I just always have, always on. I'll start with these first. So this is the Berkeley Power Bait Jerk Shack. Now I'm not necessarily saying like this is my favorite bait, but I'm just talking about flukes. Flukes and fluke style baits are just I've been throwing them a lot this year. A lot of fish on them. Just really, I mean that reaction you get on a fluke or even just a hard jerk bait is just fantastic.
Indeed.
And when you get to just slam that worm hook or EWG, whichever you're using, in their mouth, there's not a lot of feelings like it. I really like a jerk or a soft plastic jerk, a fluke, any time of year.
Yep.
That's a good thing about a fluke or a jerk bait. Most of the times of the year, you can catch them on one.
Indeed.
And I do. That's my first bait.
I'll first go with speed worms of all varieties. The cutter worms, the actual Zoom speed worms, any other brands that make them.
Our buddies at a 7th Cast got one coming out here.
Indeed. And
soon.
We've tried them.
Yeah.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah.
But these are so versatile. You could run them across the top of the water, make them buzz. You can run the middle of the tom. You can shaky head them, T-rig them.
Yeah,
and yeah, they're really nice. And
same with the fluke. I didn't say that, but I mean, there's so many different techniques you can use with a fluke.
Indeed.
That's one thing. We'll say that. That's one thing we look for in a bait is its versatility.
Exactly. The fact of the matter is, if a bait is only good for one thing,
right,
and I'm not doing that one thing, I'm not taking it with me.
Right.
It's getting left at home. All of these, I use daily.
Absolutely. I'll go ahead and move on to my next one.
Do it.
I'm going to go with this. So, again, not necessarily this particular bait, even though I do love this bait. Use it a lot. This is that 6-inch Divine Shaky Worm, but really just a 6 or 7 inch worm.
Yep.
I love throwing a good 6 or 7 inch worm. So many things you can do with it. Shaky head, T-rig. You can throw it on a jig if you want to. It's interesting, but you can. Drop shot,
wacky.
Wacky rig it. There's so many things you can do with a 6 or 7 inch worm. Specifically, I really like natural colors, but I will switch up to black and blue or something if I'm fishing darker water. But something about that worm bite, dude,
it's just good.
Worms catch fish. It's just
proven.
It's just proven. Don't know why, but they do. Okay.
Yeah.
So you get out there and you throw a 6 or 7 inch worm. This is the 7-inch Divine Shaky Worm from 6 cents. But really, anywhere in that 6 to 7 inch range, which I'm a big Magnum worm guy. So in the summertime, I'm throwing worms over 10 inches. I'm throwing 11, 12 inch worms. I'll be getting some soon that are much larger. But I do like throwing a good worm.
Indeed.
Shaky head probably is my favorite way to do it, but T-rigs as well.
Yep.
And boy, them got action. That's a good worm.
Yes, sir. I will then move into rage swimmers, or any sort of Kitech style or paddle tail swim bait. I throw these on the back of swim jigs, underspins, spinner baits, rigged them upside down on chatter baits, just T-rigged them or belly hook or belly weighted with them.
Indeed.
These suckers are versatile, they catch fish, and they look good doing it. And I'm not too particular on colors either. I'll throw shad pattern with bluegill pattern jigs or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll do the inverse. I just want something that's adding action and bulk.
Yeah, and this is one, we can actually say like rage swimmers are probably our favorite in that category.
Yeah.
We just throw them a lot. Kitechs are good, or most swim baits are just good, but rage swimmers, we just really like their action.
Indeed.
And they're you know, so many sizes.
So many sizes, colors are plentiful, and they're out there.
And they're from Strike King, and you know they're good quality.
Coffee, come on now.
Let's save these for last, and we can do these together.
Yeah.
So I'll just move on. Beaver style baits. That's my next one. Beaver style baits, and I got laid out here. I don't know if I want to take one of these out because
they're pretty stinky.
All right, these did not get the crawdad scent. So sometimes I request to get coffee scent instead of crawdad. It's that crawdad. It wrecks you.
It do.
But if you like super stinky baits, and I tell you what, bass do like it, you can get that crawdad scent from 7th Cast. This is the 7th Cast Fishing Stink Beaver. It's a really good bait. I've caught a lot of fish on it. Use it as a jig trailer mostly, but you can also use it as T-rig.
Indeed.
Boy, you catch them on there. That's that smoke purple color. If you guys ain't throwing smoke with purple out there, that's kind of a Western style or Western color.
Yeah.
But man, it works. Especially when you're flipping and pitching. Ooh, that's a good color. But that's stink beaver. But beavers in general, not necessarily just the stink beaver. I love throwing the Strike King rodent. I would consider Berkeley Pit Boss. It's basically a beaver style bait. I mean, most people probably argue it's crawl, but it's a bug. It's a bug style. 6 cents prawn.
Yeah.
All kinds. But beaver style baits. That's something I definitely never leave without. Mainly for the purpose of using as a jig trailer, but also T-rigs.
Yep.
I love throwing a beaver bait on T-rig.
Speaking of the prawn, Logan called me out. My beaver crawl style bait that I don't leave home specifically is the Prawn 4.2. And this is the bluegill fire color. And I tell you what, this is a good looking natural presentation right here. T-rigged, jig trailer. I've yet to attempt to rig it sideways, but I imagine that could probably work.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is my go-to if I want to bulk up a jig or if I need a more dead action T-rig, because these claws are not flanged, so they just kind of sit there. They don't flap like any other sort of, more live action bug or craw. But I really enjoy these, and they come in tons of great colors. Dark watermelon is a really good one. And this bluegill fire is also really great.
I don't know if you said or not, but I know I didn't say it. Did you say chatterbait trailer?
I did not, but
chatterbait trailers, guys. Don't count out a beaver style bait as a chatterbait trailer.
Swim jig trailer.
Whether that be just up and down like this or laying flat. I honestly, it's nice to have them like this because it gives it kind of a wavy type bluegill profile. But if you rig it flat, it really helps it move over timber and cover and structure really well. Yeah, both ways. But all right, I'm gonna move into my fourth, and this is really my favorite bait of all time. I would say well, I'm not gonna say favorite bait. I will say favorite trailer. It is my favorite jig trailer, chatterbait trailer, any trailer.
Yeah,
it's my favorite one. And you guys have heard me talk about it several times. And I know Trey hears me talk about it all the time.
This is a good looking color.
Yeah, this is Falcon Lake Craw color. But this is the Strike King Rage Craw. Boy, no telling how much money's been caught on these.
I have no idea.
Oh, man. But that is good looking color. It goes that green pumpkin to that red. Oh, boy, that's juicy looking. But Rage Craw, super erratic action. Just them claws flapping around out there, really lighting it up.
Indeed.
Really looks good on a chatterbait. Really looks good on a jig. Really looks good as a Texas rig. Tokyo rig. I've caught a lot on Tokyo rig with them. They come in like 50 different colors. There's several different sizes, from like baby or like Ned Rage Craw to the Rage Lobster. And there's different takes. There's the Denny Brower Rage Craw. There's so many different takes. I'm mostly talking about just the standard, Rage Craw. It nails them. I love it. It really is my favorite trailer of all time.
They are really nice, and I really enjoyed the Tequila Sunrise color that they come into.
The Tequila Sunrise, the Summer Craw. Really, even just the green pumpkin and the watermelon red.
Yep.
But that Falcon Lake Craw, that is just
That's juicy.
that's an interesting color, and I feel like it doesn't get enough attention.
This would not be a top 5 baits that we don't leave without if I did not talk about some 10,000 fish. Sakoshi Bugs. This is my go-to Ned bait and finesse jig trailer, just bar none.
Right.
The Stretch X plastic is very nice, and it doesn't tear super easily, so they have amazing durability. They have great action, and they come in a bunch of good colors that just apply to just about any jig you would actually ever throw.
But yeah, I would agree with Trey on that. We throw the Sakoshi Bugs all the time.
Indeed.
Like you said, Ned rig. Finesse jig's my favorite way to do it. I specifically use Sakoshi Bugs when we're hunting smallmouth.
Yeah.
We just nail smallmouth on a finesse jig with the Sakoshi Bug on there. Just ripping lips. Oh man, it's fun.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, the durability rivals that of Z-Man. I mean, their Stretch X is basically a Lastec. It lasts forever. You catch probably 100 fish on one. I mean, they just last a long time.
Indeed.
And they catch them.
Yep.
They really do. That just finessey presentation they have, it's awesome.
And my personal favorite color from them is the Twilight color. It's a green pumpkin purple with laminated with like a really nice blue with a silver flake in it. It's very nice. I like it.
And like we said, you know, I think most people use them as a Ned rig bait, but I feel like it's unrivaled as a finesse jig trailer.
Yeah.
It really is.
They're in much better than this.
Especially if you're not wanting a lot of action. All right, and that moves us to our 5th and final one, which we share.
Indeed.
The same bait.
Different color.
Different color. There's a lot fewer in my pack now at this point, I
Yep.
would say. But we have caught so many fish on this bait.
Indeed.
And I will say this style of bait is my absolute favorite bait. Not just subcategories like the Rage Craw, but this is my absolute favorite style of bait, just because I know it is the absolute #1 fish catcher on planet Earth. And which that would be a Senko.
Yep.
But I think what we're both going to actually talk about is the KVD Perfect Plastics Ocho.
Indeed.
By Strike King. The 5-inch Ocho. I like the 6-inch Ochos, 7-inch, 4-inch.
Ned Ochos are good too.
Yeah. Any Ocho is just gonna rip some lips for you, boy. I'm not kidding you. I mean, they just get them.
Yep.
Wacky rigged,
T-rig,
Texas rigged,
weightless rig,
Tokyo rig, Nico rig.
Yep.
Any rig you can think of, you're gonna nail them on an Ocho, boy.
And something about that octagonal profile adds a little sauce to the standard Senko design.
They're little subtle kind of action.
They flutter a little differently.
Yeah,
man.
they just do, and they get nailed. I've been throwing the wacky rig so much this year and just crushing them with this Ocho, man. This is my favorite bait. Well, Senkos are, but right now, the Striking Ocho is my favorite Senko style bait.
Oh, 100%.
So that would, in turn, make this my favorite bait of all time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you don't have them, I don't want to be your friend. You need to get some.
Now, what color is that there, Logan?
This is the green pumpkin candy. This is labeled as watermelon candy, but they don't have watermelon candy. It's green pumpkin candy is what this color is. Now, see the difference? This is a green pumpkin.
Yeah.
That's a watermelon.
This is watermelon red. If you're, in my mind, if I'm going to pick up a plastic and try it out and just want to catch fish, watermelon red really works well for me. It's my confidence color. Bass do that to these, though. It's just factual.
Absolutely. But they just smell so good. I mean, that's one of the best things about them is how they smell.
And
they taste. I mean, if you like salt,
they're great quality. And you can pick them up in this here 30 pack.
Oh yeah, that's a great deal. You go to like a Bass Pro or Cabela's, 30 packs of Strike King Ochos.
Yeah.
$10.99, worth every penny.
Indeed.
And I mean, they're definitely not the most expensive Senkos out there. I mean,
No,
that would be Yamamoto.
Yeah, Yammies are like
$8 for like an 8-pack.
yeah.
Maybe 10 of them. But 30-pack, $10.99.
Catfish. Just catfish.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than Neon Dinger. But with that, guys, that wraps up this video.
Indeed.
And the week for Discussion December. And today would be Christmas Eve. So with that, guys, Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year. Wait, we'll see you before the New Year.
We'll see y'all next week. So yeah.
Yeah.
That next week will wrap out the year for us. But till then, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, set it at all. Set it to all. Drop us a comment.
Yep.
Whether that be Christmas tidings or just whatever you want to say.
Yeah, let us know what type of baits you never leave the house without.
Yeah, absolutely. And check out our videos on the Instagram.
Indeed.
They'll probably be the videos from this week. Unboxings and
Bait hauls and
bait hauls and talking about gear.
yeah.
Check it out.